This video is going to be about how to check through your phone if a company is a good stock for you to invest in or not. Stay tuned. Okay, welcome guys everyone. And today we're gonna check if a company I'm gonna show you an example of one industry which I really believe in for the next 20 to 2 or 3 decades to come to be a very profitable industry. And we're gonna check out their business models, the future expectations about other analysts. We're gonna go through their balance sheet. Just a quick review for you guys to check if the company is a good stock or not, and their values if they make sense or not. Stay tuned. So the ticker of Ehang stock is EH, which is currently at $24.50, which is really good. And it went up all the way to $125 approximately, almost, which was an insane gain. But it was due to the voluntary and the pumping of stimulus package and everything, and new investors coming to the market. So it's really understandable. And this stock, basically, this company, I believe it has at least 4 to 5x in the next coming 2 to 3 years to double, triple its current stock price. So which is about $75 price tag, kind of. So let me show you how I usually go through a stock. I usually use this app, sometimes Webull, to just check out stocks, how they're doing, check out the graph. It has a lot of things like the earnings. I really love this app it has kind of everything combined with it in it. You can find the options, you can find the ticker, the order flow and everything from the last few years. A lot of people use it, but the only issue with it that is you can only use it in the US as a US residence or a Chinese residence. You cannot use it anywhere else. That's the only disadvantage. I hope in the current future that they provide it for European and all worldwide residents, so everyone can take use of it. So first, sometimes here they have the news for it, everything you can see, anything news about the bad, good, the earnings, whatever, all of this together you can find here in the news section. Not all the time, but most of the time. Like 6 days ago, Ehang added to the FTSE Russell Global Equity Index series, which is really good news. And then you can sometimes find the analysts, based on one analysis, it's a strong buy, and you put a price tag of $100, which I quite believe that it's gonna go to $100 in the next 5 years. And you can check out like a small little profile about what the company does, their numbers a bit, but we're gonna go more into detail. But on this app you can easily check all of this if you're just having a quick review about it. So it shows you the business data, the net incomes, the profitability, how much they're returning is, operational costs and everything, if they have any debt to pay, cash, all of this is in here. And then you can find all the filings as well, and profile about the company, what it does. So what the company does, basically, Ehang Limited is an automated aerial vehicle technology platform company. The company designs, develops, manufactures, sells, and operates AAV and the supporting systems and infrastructure for a broad range of industries and applications, including passenger transportation, logistics, smart city management, and aerial media solutions. They don't only, because this vehicle kind of is getting now involved. They can use it as a tourism guide. Business people can use it from house to house, teleport from base to base. They use it now in medicines. They use their own drone system as like fire. You know, if you've watched sometimes the Chinese or the South Korean fireworks where they use drones as light systems, Ehang is one of these holding companies which uses drones to do fireworks, and they're used in the medical fields or in the fire department to turn off a fire. So basically, it's really a good new industry coming. So there will probably be new regulations and everything about the company. But honestly, I really believe in this company and this industry, and it's a more faster way of transportation than the car, and it's an easier way. And honestly, as a businessman and as a normal citizen, I would really prefer a car that flies to go to my target faster than than just be stuck in traffic for 2-3 hours. And here you can check out the numbers. So market cap, the high last 52 weeks high, the PA ratio, the return, EPS, price per earnings ratio, price per books ratio, price per sales ratio, shares outstanding, the earnings season next time. So yeah, let's have a deeper look on how the company performs. Yeah, so I usually use for analysts. I usually use what's called Yahoo Finance, because they have much more data and much more information for companies and stocks to check it out better. So first you go on, I usually use the app for the phone. So just go in the search bar, click EH, it will pop up in the first company, and then it will show you the charts. You can go 1 month, 6 month ahead, 1 year to date, 1 year, 5 years. The company is relatively new in the market as well, because it's a new industry. And they have a small market cap now at 1.3 billion, which is for me a good sign because it's still a new company. It has a lot of growth to it. So that means I believe that this industry, we could check it out to a competitor, for example, like Airbus or Boeing. On these companies as well are working on these type of technologies, but we shouldn't compare them only to this, because Airbus, they have as well aircrafts and everything. So it will capture only maybe like 10% of Airbus's market cap, and we can check out what the market cap of Airbus is, and then make a rough estimate that it's going to capture about 5 to 10% of Airbus, which if Airbus's market cap is, let's check it out, what Airbus market cap is. Airbus's market cap now is currently at 88 billion. So about 10% of that is about 8 billion. So we still got plenty room to go for this company. So we got plenty room to go to this company. So one thing for me to calculate like a future price of the stock, how much it could be in the future, if I imagine that it's gonna have an 8 to 10 billion market cap. To calculate the stock price, you have to find out, because everyone knows what market cap is equal to shares outstanding times the stock price. So first we have to find how many shares are out there, which 1 second. So let's check in the Webull chat. They had how many outstanding shares. So the outstanding shares are currently at 48 million, 54 million. My bad. We check these times the current market cap divided by the current market cap, or which we believe is going to be, so 10 billion divided by 54.8 million, which gives you a price tag of about $182. That's if they don't provide more shares in the coming future, and if it goes to a 10 billion market cap. Let's calculate on say for example 5 billion. If it goes to 5 billion, which is kind of reasonable, divided by 48 million, 54 million, my bad again, which is about a $91 price tag for a stock, which is quite reasonable for my expectations. So my stock's expectations for this company might be about like between 5 to 10 billion market cap, which gives you a really good percentage. So let's calculate if the stock goes to $100 compared to the current stock price, which is $24.50. It gives you about a 408% return. That's a 4x times on your investments. So if you invest as little as $1,000, for example, you get returned 4,000, for example, which is for me a pretty good investments. Say for example, you invest 10,000, that's a 40,000 return. If you invest 100,000, that's almost $500,000 return only from 100K. So you see the gains. I always, for me now with this young or this strategy that I have now is for me mainly growth stocks, because we're now in this age of transferring from a new industry. Same, for example, like we had back in the days, we had the industrial age, where they were from the World War and everything, where they made everything from cars, moved from horses to cars to airplanes. That was more of an industrial age. And then from the 1995s to 2000s, that's when the dot-com bubble was. That's when you moved from the industrial age to the internet age. And now we are in a new stage of autonomously AI, 5G, robotics, flying cars age, So now there's a new shift in industries again. So now it's the best time, but as well it's a dangerous time to invest in these companies. But if you play your hands right, you can make a really good return on a stock if you made a good choice on these companies. So let's go through the paper. Let's go back to Yahoo. Okay, they don't pay any dividends for now. Next earnings is going to be December 1st to 6th of December. Okay. Let's check the details out. Let's see what they say here. Okay, let's go on performance, finance performance. We can check the annual and the quarterly results. Let's see, view all. This is the revenue mainly. Just checking out the graph, you can see earnings, they haven't been making much, so that means they're losing money. But if you check out from the last few years, they've been having an increase of revenue every time, which gives me a sign that they're making money, but they're probably reinvesting it in themselves or making basically R&D, research and developing center. So they're probably spending the most money there, which is a really good thing for me. And let's check the quarter earnings. Okay, last year they made quite an earning in the third quarter of 2020, and then they're losing it again, which is not a good sign, but because it's a new industry, it's a new company, it's not so bad for now. The total revenue is about 180 at the moment. TTM is 12 12 trending months. Cost of revenue, okay. So basically, okay, the costs, which is the operational and everything else, which you can find, okay. Here, research and developing, they spend on research and developing 116 million, which I like to see that, because with this new industry, you have to really develop in yourself. Like if you watch a stock like Amazon, for example, how much they pumped into research and developing the past 2 decades is insane. But that's the only thing for a company to be able to go. You have to invest in yourself more. Okay, you do not make money on the short term, but to be able to capture the market, You have to outplay your competitors, basically. Okay, let's check out. Okay, operating income. Okay, they have a loss, yeah, of course. Income tax. Okay, nothing. Net income minus. Okay, nothing much here. Okay, what is? It doesn't show the EPSs. Let's check out the quarter results. If they're getting any better somewhere soon. About the cost of revenue. Okay. Okay. Yeah, nothing much changed. They just they pumped a lot of real research development. Let's check out the balance sheet. Let's check how much cash they have, how much debt they have. This is a really important aspect. That's the main concern about me, how much cash and debit they have, so you can calculate how their cash flow in the future could be like. So cash and cash equity, they have about 134 million from last year compared to last year. Okay, and the year before one, they've been quite okay. Yeah, they quite have been concerned. Last year, 2019, they had more cash and everything, but they probably spend it in real. Now they have a total of cash of 180 million compared to last year. Okay, it's almost 40% less, but it's understandable for me. And their total asset is almost 500,000. Now they have more. It's almost the same kind of. They probably okay. Net receivables. Okay, no. Let's check their total assets. Okay, they have now total assets the highest since ever. Probably got more properties, which is good. It's considered an asset, a really good asset as well. So they probably bought some buildings. Let's check the liabilities. Current debts is 40,000 million, which is 45,000. I mean, yeah, 45 million, which they can really pay off with the cash they have now current hand. So it's probably it's a good debit for me. I consider it 5k. Okay, not bad for me. So far, they have enough cash to cover the debt and everything in the future. So okay, total liabilities is 200k, and they have a total assets almost 2 times the amount of debt they have, which is a really good sign. Let's check quarterly what they've been doing last few months. Let's check their cash. Okay, the cash has been whoa. Okay. From last year, December earnings, they had a total cash of 180k. Now it's 400. It's almost doubled and more than doubled, almost tripled the amount of cash they had. And the total assets, quite the same. Okay, let's check that. And the debt got down, so they paid off some debt, which is really good. Okay, they caught some long-term debt, but it's okay. Common stocks, okay. Nah, so far so good. I really like the numbers, Why is cash? You have to check this cash thing is and debt, because in case they have a high debt and they have a lot of cash at hand, that means a company, they're taking out good debt to be able to pump it back into the company or buy a product or buy a service or develop themselves or pay their employees to be able to survive for a longer period. Because if you spend your cash and a rough period comes around, you will really need cash and no one will like to borrow you. So it's better for you as a company to borrow money and keep cash at hand in case any emergency or any extra funds you need. You need to buy a new building or a new location, or you need to make a new product, or you need to pay a new CEO or something like this. Any sudden surprises comes up. That's why you have to look always at the cash and the debit ratio, how it's going. Let's check out the cash flow. Okay, of course the cash flow is not doing good, which really kind of new. Stock compensations, let's see, that's usually the compensation they give out to, okay, they've been giving out almost 100k in stock compensation, probably CEOs and employees, which is a good thing for me. I really believe if a company should give out stocks compensation to employees to motivate them to work harder, to push the company higher, to make them basically wealthier, you know. So you're giving them money in their pockets. The harder they work, the more money and the more wealth they can accomplish later. So I really like the stock compensations ideas in a company. Let's see, debt repayment. Okay, they pay each time. Okay, 7k to 3k. See, they pay a contribute every month, which is not bad. Okay, earnings are not here. It doesn't show earnings. Let's go to let's see earnings, if there's any data about the earnings, which doesn't show anything so far. Probably have to go to Webull. Let's see what analysts say and big banks. And Morgan Stanley, overweight to equal weight. They moved downgraded. Okay, that was last April, a few months ago. Probably had a good reason why, but because there's a lot of other competitors which I'm currently as well checking out, such as Airbus, General Motors, Boeing, with Porsche. They're working together. And then you got NASA just firstly had a test flight with a company called Joby. And now there's a lot of companies, about 10 companies now in this industry. We can either check out as well if people are interested by the option calls, but I'm not looking into that now. They have a total employees of 227, which is a really small company. Let's check out the profile, the CEOs, the locations. You can check out the website. You find everything here. Who the CEOs. For me as well, one important thing is to know who is their management team. For me. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. Do you think this video will help to explain them everything? I hope I really helped with everything. And yeah, let me know what stock next to check out for you guys. Thank you. See you.